the three little pigs. And I'm trying to remember where they are. I think they're in the fives. I think they are in the fives. And on this side, it's meters. So 500, 600 meter. Are they pigs or boars? Maybe they're boars. I don't know. But it is raining out there, which is kind of funny. So we got the three little pigs. There is another set. Let me see if I can get you into the view. So there's one of the bowling pins. It's pretty sharp in the Vortex Vulture binoculars. So that's one of them. And then, let's see if I can do this without disrupting the view too much. And I think we got both of them there. There is a third one. No, not yet. Okay, there's the 2. This is the 1X. The earlier view was the 2X. And to give you an idea of what we're looking at, but what you're seeing is this Epic Gear Mountain Mag. Trying to keep the exposure set. This is an iPhone 6. This is an iPhone 16 Pro. Vortex Vulture. Kind of like last year's model. These are kind of like last year's model, but these are the 15 by 56s, which have been supplanted, replaced by a new 15 by 56 Razor, something like that. I don't know. So that is that. I'm stepping on a weed, a very stiff weed. So let me see if I can get, this is middle and far. So let's see, where are you, baby? Where are you? Actually, those are near and middle. Near, middle, and then there's the far, right there in line with the water tower. Let's take you over to the left side of the range, which is the actual like benches and stuff like that. Let's go there. So these mounds are where you start seeing. So those pigs are on this side, but the mounds are on the left side. So there's various distances right there. If I can get the phone to focus. Part of what I'm testing here is whether or not the phone is willing to focus. Let's see if we can. Manipulate this baby. That's probably the best. I'm using the native iPhone app here. So let me switch it up. Let me see if I can do something with Blackmagic. Hold on. All right, so this is the Blackmagic app. Let me tell you, through the bino, at least through the left ocular, it is pretty legit. And that's my goal, is to get video. So Ideally, this will work. I'll see better on the bigger screen, obviously. Let's keep going. Let's keep swirling off to the left here, looking at the other side. This side is all yardage. So the numbers you see are in hundreds of yards. If by any chance you're here in the vehicle, I have the Tesla set to keep. Let's see if we can. Now the ground at the house is your typical lawn ground, so it's relatively stable, or smooth. Smooth is the word. Whereas here, every time I turn the tack table, something's going to change. All right, now we're getting to, this is the 0 board. Trying to get this thing to focus. This is the 0 board. This is 100 yards. So very cool. Let's go ahead, do some distance, baby. Where is, I'm looking for the Iron Maiden. It's at 800. That's it. Okay, so that's the Iron Maiden. Iron Maiden 800. Let me see what I can do with 2X. Hold on a sec. All right, so this is 2X on the Black Magic. And we are having ourselves a 4-mile-per-hour wind out of the south-southwest. So this kestrel has been kaboogered by my magnetic mounts. Oops, sorry about that. All right, so the wind is 3.9, 4.1, 4.3, 4.5, 4.2 out of the west. So that's cool. That's the Iron Maiden. Let's see what else we got. Okay, M6. All right, so the 1000, it's out there, up and to the right of the white pickup truck. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. All right, cool. That's neat. And I managed to not bring the program from the last one, the last match. Yippee. I think I have met my goal for today, which is just to put my bag on the ground and, you know, fool with stuff. I'm good to go. Now let's see. The other thing I want to try is, instead of moving the tack table, I'm just going to move the binos. All right, let's put these things in view. Hold on a second. All right, so there we go with this. And so this little canopy is doing perfectly okay. Go figure. All right, awesome. The wind has picked up to 7.5 out of the south. Anyway, mission accomplished. I think we're good. I'm gonna start packing up. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for tuning in.